Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the gun range. Today we have Omni-Man and Invincible versus Nappa and Vegeta. Who will win this epic battle?
All right, so we're talking
Strictly Saiyan Saga.
Saiyan Saga and the animated, right? Or are we going off the comic books? Because I haven't read that far into the comic books.
Just animated.
Animated, okay.
Let's keep this on even playing field, playing ground.
Welcome you to Mortal Kombat.
Omni-Man, he doesn't even need a son. He can take out Nappa and Vegeta, no problem. He's not Superman level, obviously, but he's like the strongest in the story. The planet he comes from, he's kind of like, Earth, Superman, all that kind of stuff. He is so strong. He's got all his powers for the most part. No one on Earth, even with special powers, can even compete against him at all.
Right.
And it took, 7 or 8 of them just to injure him and put him in a coma.
Okay.
But one-on-one, I mean, he totally wrecks and destroys them all, left and right.
Okay.
Like, look what he did to the Batman wannabe dude.
Yeah, that was...
Dude, that was epic.
Yes.
But, and if you haven't caught up with the new season...
I have. 100% caught up.
Oh!
Yeah.
Finally,
Dude.
gee, it was
Dude,
dope, huh?
it's
Dope.
good.
It's so good.
Yes.
Okay.
But,
So let's add a little bit of season 2 into this then, I guess.
I think Nappa's cakewalk. He's going to blow Nappa away.
Okay.
Vegeta is the one he's going to have issues with.
Okay.
Now, to close out my argument, Vegeta and Nappa, yeah, they destroy planets with their ki blasts and all that kind of stuff, but Omni-Man doesn't have to show that kind of power. I mean, technically, if he really wanted to, I'm sure he could destroy the moon by going as fast as he could to it and just ramming it through to oblivion, going through the center and blowing it up. That's my closing argument.
So, riddle me this. Aside from strength and speed, which both Saiyans have also, what else does Omni-Man have?
Well, I mean, light, super speed, lasers through his eyes.
I think in the animated series, I don't think they've shown laser eyes, have they?
I don't think so.
Well, maybe not. No, you might be right. Well, super speed and strength and flight and all that kind of stuff. He's not phased by like anything except for someone that's as strong as him.
So someone that's as strong as him, and that would be just somebody that has the speed to keep up with him and the
Strength.
strength to injure him, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Immortal's the closest person, and you know how that turned out.
Yeah. Easy. Cakewalk.
And then part 2 is Invincible.
Okay. So I guess opening argument. Up to that point, there had been, that I can think of off the top of my head, 2 instances where they blow up the moon. Master Roshi, I think, blows it up, and then Piccolo blows it up when goes Ozaru. He goes Great Ape. And that's a ki blast, like you said. Yes, Omni-Man is strong, but that happened while they were training. Well, Piccolo's happened while they were training for Saiyans. Right? So we've been shown that Piccolo, probably the strongest of the bunch at the time, when the Saiyans landed on Earth, was strong enough to blow up the moon, but nowhere near the strength to beat Nappa. So,
Correct.
Comparative, you think Piccolo or Tien would be where to the Immortal?
For the Immortal, I think Immortal's probably stronger than Piccolo and them.
You think so?
Man, it's kind of hard. It's what he does to Immortal. It's kind of hard. It's almost like Nappa versus Piccolo.
Yeah.
Piccolo being, the Immortal, whereas Nappa would be Omni-Man. That's kind of the power difference. But when they all work together as a team, that's when they were able to do damage against Omni-Man.
So when they land on Earth, the Saiyans, the first thing that they do, Nappa flexes his 2 fingers, blows up a city. And during I don't want to say a full-on fight, because he wasn't full-on trying to kill Mark. But Michigan City, I think it was Michigan or Chicago, which one of those two, gets destroyed basically, but not blown up. They're still able to rebuild. Like it's not demolished.
No, I mean, and I don't think his goal was to demolish the city and anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
His goal was to make the point that these people don't matter, so don't try and save them. And he was obviously punishing the
Jan.
out of the son.
Here's another point. In season 1, we were shown that alien race that came over. Their time went differently from here on Earth, so they got time to prepare for the heroes and all that. Omni-Man comes over. He goes through their portal with them. He destroys their planet. He's destroying buildings and things of that sort, right? His goal was to destroy and to show them that they are insignificant to him,
Correct.
right? I think Nappa could have done that and more. Easily. And like you said, Vegeta would be the one to watch out for because he is loads stronger than Nappa was.
Like I said, Vegeta's probably the one that if they're both going to lose, it's going to be against Vegeta. Nappa, I don't think Nappa's a contest to these two, but I agree. Omni-Man, he expresses and he shows dominance, but that's it. And he only goes and kills the people that are actual threat. But the whole point of him killing all those people with the mark there was to show that, hey, these people don't mean anything, so you shouldn't care.
Right, but that alien race, I use that as an example now because he was basically like, this is my territory, this is my world to conquer, and so he wipes an entire planet, right? And it takes him some time, but given the opportunity, Nappa can fly through buildings. Hell, Piccolo TN can fly through buildings and probably tear people apart the way that he did.
Oh yeah, they all can for the most part.
Yeah.
Omni-Man doesn't show like any resistance when he goes through buildings and stuff like that either. But the one thing that they do have an advantage of, number one, Nappa and the Scouters, they can protect them. Omni-Man doesn't have key sense. He has to physically see them or hear them,
right,
to be able to fight them.
So you're saying
the
that the Saiyans would have an advantage in finding the people, so they would be able to kill the people faster, or?
Correct. Whereas it took Omni-Man so long because he has to physically find them. He can't see them.
Okay. So you think he's faster than the Saiyans at that time?
At least Nappa, yeah, definitely. Like I said, Vegeta's the only one I would give the contest to. Okay. I think Omni-Man and Mark can easily take out Nappa. Well, Mark would probably struggle, but Omni-Man could definitely take out Nappa.
Yeah.
That's for me, I think he could easily take out Nappa. Vegeta, I'm supposed to be the tag team going against Vegeta will probably kill them both. I hate to say it that way.
Yeah. So I personally think Nappa stands a good chance against the two. Partially because Mark will probably hold Omni-Man back a little bit. He's going to have to be careful watching out for his son. Kind of how they did on the other planet when the other Viltrumites showed up. But if it was a one-on-one, I do think Omni-Man has a better chance against Nappa. I just don't think that he can finish the job unscathed. I don't think he does it like easily. I think he's going to struggle if he can pull off the win.
Well, also Nappa likes to play with his food.
Yeah.
Omni-Man doesn't. He goes in for the kill unless he's purposely trying to punish or torture.
That's true, yeah.
So the first second that Nappa lets his guard down, that's it.
Okay.
But the only difference, Omni-Man can breathe in space, the Saiyans can't.
I don't think Omni-Man, I think they hold their breath. When Alan the alien shows up to
go... Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Because when Mark went to space to the other planet to like help the astronauts or whatever, he needed that shield thing.
Dude, I don't remember that. Okay, well then, never mind. My bad. I lied.
Yeah, I think they do the same. They gotta hold their breath, just like when Goku fights Beerus in the atmosphere. There's still oxygen, but like if you were to go out a little bit further, he would either have to hold his breath, or I don't know if he would die.
Okay, answer me this. Has Omni-Man been shown to destroy anything bigger than the building?
He did fight that big Kraken-like thing when he was fighting Mark. And that thing was kind of tearing him apart until Mark came up and helped him out before he knew he was evil.
Okay, because I'm siding with Agent K over here. Because by this point, Nappa and Vegeta, they're already planet busters easily. It showed Vegeta destroying a planet just with this little finger beam thing.
But see
And
that all you gotta do is just power it up, and then all those guys are freaking planet busters from
Yeah,
Saiyan Saga.
that's why I'm kind of trying to avoid key blasts. Because I think if you put key blast into it's not gonna be as one sided, or it's not gonna be as balanced. I guess.
well, that's the thing. That's the point. It's the death battle basically. Who
Yeah,
would win with all their hacks? Which I was gonna say, if I'm not mistaken, I think Omni-Man has, once they master their power, whatever, basically has like infinite stamina. He doesn't get tired no more, essentially.
I don't know.
And I just did a quick look. Omni-Man's greatest feat of strength was destroying his homeworld Viltrum by punching a hole through it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
The
so that's
mofo's
pretty strong.
strong.
Because I don't know that Vegeta or Nappa could do that. Not with their fist.
No, they need Saiyan Saga. Yeah, they need Key Blast.
Yeah.
It's not till Frieza and Cell Saga that they could do something like that, but
Yeah.
they don't do it.
So going all out, but I would need to see what kind of after effect he has. Because if he comes out all tired, or if he comes out all just whatever, that was a piece of cake, that could make all the difference.
Well, okay. So what does it say? Like how he does it? Like does he go into space and then comes back down to punch it, or did he just do it like at ground level?
He's deflected a Texas-sized meteor away from Earth.
And we see Vegeta with meteors either way, but that's during the Saiyan saga or
Yeah, no,
Android.
yeah, that's Cell Saga. I think the most comparable you could do is the Lord Slug movie. Before Super Saiyan was achieved, they were trying to take out a meteor, a big ass meteor, and Goku shoots a Kamehameha at it, I think. Yeah, Goku and Krillin fly up and they shoot a Kamehameha. And this is Lord Slug.
That's a movie, though.
Yeah, it's non canon, but I would say that's the most relative to the time. And this is Goku and Krillin. So damn, you
Basically,
might
Vegeta and Nappa.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm reading something based off of the.
the comics.
Yes, this is his strength. That's fist only. City blocks.
Damn.
He can destroy city blocks and, of course, the planet. But striking power of 9,874 tons. His lifting strength is 2,468 tons. Speed 3 million 3.7 million miles per hour.
I could have sworn it was faster than light.
Let's see.
Because I think by this time, Nappa and Vegeta, they should be faster than light, shouldn't they?
They don't really not for a long time.
Yeah.
Technically instant transmission, even though it's supposed to be instant. One of the stupid, I don't know how to pronounce the thing, Shu, whatever, says that it's actually the speed of light.
Huh.
So it takes him quite a few seconds to get to wherever it is he's going, unless it's relatively close.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, didn't Goku has light speed feats in Dragon Ball?
I don't think in Dragon Ball. Anyways, like I said, I think they take Nappa with ease. It's Vegeta that they have to worry about.
Yeah, see, okay, so I'm looking at so this guy says the biggest feat that Omni-Man has is in his own worlds pulling back a meteor from the size of Texas to space. Nappa can easily slap characters that can destroy moons casually, so Nappa stomps. Reddit users kind of seem to be agreeing that Nappa wins. Let's see, Omni-Man's best feat is destroying his home planet with the help of two other Viltrumites, and after the core of the planet was damaged by a laser. So Omni-Man is 1/3 planet level. Nappa is a planet level at least, and he bests Piccolo, who was above Far Moonbuster.
Oh, probably when he destroyed the moon during the training with Gohan.
They just worded it really weird. But somebody else says, in terms of firepower, he is below Nappa, but his speed feats put him up far above Nappa in any conceivable way. Firstly, Nolan has traveled 4 times around the Earth in 20 minutes. That's Mach 320. It took Nappa around an hour to get around the Earth in the show. Nappa is maybe 10% of Nolan's speed. I agree that Nappa is stronger, but that's useless if your opponent is faster.
Won't be able to touch
Okay,
him.
so they bring up a really good point. Yeah, like you said, I think honestly, Nappa can probably move faster in an instant. But if we're talking a constant speed, Omni-Man probably is faster. Like he can move faster for longer periods, and I think almost match Nappa's speed, like and teleportation.
I think the only thing that's going against Nappa, that fool's dumb. Dumb as a
Yeah,
rock.
like you said, I think Omni-Man has a solid chance. As strong as Nappa is and as fast as Nappa is, I will give you the win for Omni-Man because, like you said, Nappa likes to play with his food, and the
He'll be dead
second
because of it.
yeah, the
Yep.
second that he underestimates, because he always comes in thinking, oh, I'm tough, I'm the strongest aside from Vegeta. As soon as he thinks that and underestimates Omni-Man, like that, he's dead. But if it's a drawn out battle, I know Omni-Man has the endurance. I know he can take a beating. It would come down to if Invincible can take down Nappa by himself and let Omni-Man focus on Vegeta, I think that's a really good matchup.
Because on that point, I don't think Invincible would let loose like he did against the Viltrumites because he's on planet Earth.
Okay, so let's make that irrelevant. Let's say he's fighting on a Kai's planet. It's extremely durable. There's nobody around. He's able to let loose all he wants.
I mean, that's technically what they did in DBZ.
Exactly.
They went out in the middle of nowhere where no one can get hurt.
Because technically, the Viltrumites that Mark was fighting, they weren't nowhere near as strong as Omni-Man because he was taking on both of them at the same time, essentially.
Omni-Man is the strongest of his kind, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds almost correct. I think he's one of the strongest. I don't know if he is the actual strongest, but I know he is one of the.
Yeah. So it's like Gods of Destruction for DBS. Not all of them are strong. There's actually quite a few that are weak as hell.
Yeah.
And that's basically bringing me to my point. The Viltrumite that Mark was fighting was a low tier. So we can't really say that Mark...
I don't know if that was said exactly, but what I think is implied is that Mark has been holding back because he's afraid to kill someone. So when he starts...
That's definitely true.
Yeah. So when he starts letting loose because he's fighting someone who's on his level of strength, at least, he shows some impressive moves, some impressive feats, like strength-wise, battle technique. He copies Omni-Man's combo. The combo that he used to kill the Immortal. He does that same move on that chick. I forgot her name. He learns quickly, it looks like. So I think adaptability, if Mark goes in at Nappa 100% from the get-go, I think he can kill Nappa. And if they double team Vegeta, I think Vegeta gets a run for his money.
Look at that. He switched sides already.
No. I still think, though, Nappa is going to be the one that gets taken out first.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless.
That was my point. You know, when you put them both together and you include Key Blast and stuff like that, I be that guy. Vegeta's probably going to win. If not, will win. But when you put like strengths and just Omni-Man, how strong he is, Nappa, like I said, Nappa doesn't stand a chance. If it's Omni-Man versus Nappa, they're gone, dead.
Yeah.
Mark is the only one I'm worried about. I agree, though. If he's got no one to fear, no one around him that he's worried about killing anyone, and he wants to go all out, he might stand a chance against Nappa. I'm not 100% sure. But see, also, are they going to do what they did in the Saiyan Saga? Let Nappa fight first against everyone, and let Vegeta have sloppy seconds? Because if that's the case, then I agree with Agent K over there. I think Nappa goes down pretty quick, and then they tag team Vegeta, and that's where Vegeta's probably going to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think overall Vegeta takes the win, even if it's Omni-Man and Mark at the same time. I think Vegeta takes the dub.
Because don't forget, we haven't even mentioned Vegeta's Ozaru form.
God damn it.
I think no, honestly, I think Ozaru form
It's a bigger target, but
it's a bigger target, but Omni-Man is faster. I think he gets around. Vegeta's not as fast. He's strong, but he's clunky. He's not as fast. I think Omni-Man
Plus,
can take that form.
plus they don't know about the tail weakness, so
Yeah,
dude, I don't know because you get that form is 10 times stronger than what you currently are.
yeah,
That can lay down the smackdown like hardcore.
Yeah.
Like Mark's out instantly. Mark's gone.
and then like that, who's to say he just goes back to normal and just fights him 1-on-1? Because he can just destroy his artificial moon he made.
Omni-Man is pretty smart in battle. I think he picks up on the moon pretty quickly. If not the tail, he's gonna pick up on the moon.
How's he going to destroy it though?
I mean, like I said, he got speed. Like at a constant speed,
Well-
he flies out, he destroys it, and comes
But-
back down.
Ain't it essentially just like a ball of light? I don't think it's like a fireball, is it?
I have no idea.
It's the equivalent of just the brightness of a full moon.
So
Yeah.
it's a ball of light, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, he could
So he
dissipate
can't-
it, just
so-
fly around and dissipate the light. I don't know.
Well, still, I think if anything, if they go 1-on-1 at the same time, Nappa might even survive it. If it's like Nappa versus Mark and then Vegeta versus Omni-Man at the same time, I don't think Omni-Man's going to have the chance to snap Mark out of his fear of killing somebody. His hands are going to be full.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Mark would be his weakness. If they go 1-to-1, 1-on-1, Omni-Man versus Vegeta and Mark versus Nappa, that's going to be his biggest weakness, I think, is Mark. He's going to have to be looking out for him.
Never know.
Either way I see it, I think Saiyans win.
I agree.
I would have to agree, sadly.
This game's winner is the almighty Vegeta!
But I just think with how fast Omni-Man is, he's going to put up a fight, and he could take the W, but it's an underdog fight. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But his speed and strength, though, I think is stronger than what they are at the Saiyan level.
I'll say that. I think physically, I think Omni-Man is stronger than them. Ki Blast included, I think that's what gives the Saiyans the upper hand for
Big
most
time,
of the fight.
big time.
That, and don't forget how you said earlier, Minarum, they have the scouters. He can sense
Yes,
wherever he's
yes.
at, even how fast he is, no matter how
Yes.
fast he is. So if he comes
But-
behind him real quick, I'm
Might be
pretty
able to blow up. Who knows?
Yeah, but regardless, if Omni-Man shows up, he sees it. We've already decided he's at least almost at Vegeta's level. And reading a power level of 8,000 or 9,000, whatever W you want to take, Vegeta crushes his scouter. The scouter's gone.
Yeah,
Irrelevant
yeah.
now. So if Omni-Man comes down
That's
and
true.
reads a 10,000,
that's
he's
gone.
gonna,
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Okay. It's going to be a good fight,
Oh, yeah.
regardless. Because, like I said, he's the closest guy to, like, Superman for the most part without being Superman.
Yeah.
And, of course, without the ridiculous feats that Superman has.
Yeah.
But he's a straight up badass, and his son's going to follow in his footsteps eventually.
Yeah.
Like, he up that tier.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see the fight. Now, give it like 15, 20. Give Mark like 10 more years of training. And then, sorry, but I'm going to have to go with the Mark and Omni-Man.
Honestly, I don't even know if he would need a full 10 years. I've been saying from the get-go of, like, basically halfway through season 1, he needs some proper training. If Omni-Man would have had time to train him at least a year or two, Invincible Mark would have been a complete badass.
Dude,
Like,
and that's
he
funny
wouldn't
how
be
he
in
was
the
gonna
hospital.
and that was funny how he was trying to do that right before the Viltrumites got there.
Yeah.
No, it's too early.
Yeah. That, like, I think, honestly, like, I know a couple things that happened later in the comics because they were spoiled for me. But, like, talking strictly animated series right now, I mean, he even looked like a badass when he was fighting one of the Viltrums. Had he been given time, like, he wouldn't be in the hospital after every fight.
Yeah.
It seems like he's
Okay.
being in a Zenkai, essentially, after every fight. He's, like, getting way better.
Yeah.
Training.
Yeah, training.
Constant training.
Yeah, actual combat experience.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's technically true for anyone out there for the most part.
Yeah.
Every time you fight someone, your body toughens up, even though you got your ass kicked. It toughens up. You get better. You get stronger. You learn from your mistakes, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that's essentially what he's been going through since episode 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, you give, well, if you say just a year or two, but I'd say give him another 10 years. I don't think the Saiyans stand a chance if he's on Omni level or stronger. Because
Okay.
Nappa would be gone almost instantly.
Yeah.
And then you have two technically Omni-Mans against Vegeta. I don't think he stands a chance.
Oh, okay.
But but I'm just going by the show right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly, I never read the manga, the anime. Oh my god,
Comics.
I never read the comics. I heard about them. I've never read them. Yeah, just strictly going off the anime right now. Saiyans are probably going to win as of right now,
Mm-hmm.
but you give them another, I guess, like 2 or 3 seasons, then yeah, I think the Saiyans lose. Like,
Yeah.
with these.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Looks
All right,
like
guys.
it's a case closed.
Yeah. For now, I think Saiyans take it.
Let's revisit this here in like 2 years or something.
For sure.